let's get a look at what's on now. This is a one-of-a-kind photo bomb in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. The photographer Leah McMahon Edmondson, owner of Gypsy Soul Photography and Salon, was snapping family, group, and bridal party photos. The group left to go to the reception, and then she started taking photos of the bride and groom. Well, during the shoot, they noticed something. A bear. Edmondson says they left the grassy area and went to the bridge to finish the shoot, and that's when they noticed the black bear coming down the aisle. She says she wasn't scared, she just wanted to get the best shot, but when she stood up, he started making a huffing sound and started coming toward her. That's when you get out of the way. She calls it one of the most adventurous photo sessions she's ever done, and that's great. They're wedding photos. They're going to have that bear photo bomber. What a memory of theirs.
It is, but that's good. That's kind of dangerous. It's sort of like, remember the big fad that they were doing, the girl on fire, and they were lighting the wedding gowns and having these big, displays, and that can turn dangerous really super quick.
And this wasn't planned though, so in their defense, it wasn't where they were like, hey, let's have a bear in our wedding photos.
But I think I would have been backing away kind of quickly to get out of there, just to be safe. Always to be safe. Well, I teach over at the University of Kentucky, and I'm a mom of a 9-year-old little girl, so I can totally relate to this next story, and you'll see why it's gone viral. Ramada Sisay is an assistant professor of biology and anatomy and physiology at Georgia Gwinnett College in Lawrenceville, Georgia. She's also a mom. She says the night before her 8 a.m. class, a student contacted her asking if she could bring her baby to class with her. The student said she couldn't find a babysitter and had missed a class already and didn't want to fall behind. Well, Professor Sisay agreed and told the student that they could figure something out together. And the student brought her infant, but was struggling to write with her baby in her lap.
Yeah, that'd be a little hard.
That would be totally hard. Well, Sisay is from Mali, which is, of course, north of Nigeria on the continent of Africa. She says that they would use sheets and other pieces of fabric to securely carry their babies on their backs. She did just that during 3 hours of class lecture. Her daughter, Anna, posted a pic of her mom, calling her her role model. And that photo quickly went viral online, garnering over 56,000 likes on Twitter. I did my first year of school in Ghana, West Africa, and that is the traditional way of carrying your baby. If you're in the market working and selling goods, they have the babies right there with them.
They tie it around the front. I'm trying to figure out how you keep it so it doesn't slip. Or
you put your baby back there on the back, and you put a cloth and you bring it around. And you bring it around and you then tie it securely in the front, and the baby's legs are usually kind of poking out a little bit, unless they're really small, and then they're all tucked up under there. And it's so funny. I was 6 years old. I did my first year of school in Ghana, and there's a picture that we have at home of me at 6 years old trying to carry this little baby wrapped around on my back, because that was just so novel to me that's what you do. But we do it now with the Bajorn and all those
I was going to say, I had one of those, so we just took that idea and just made it into a contraption that they could sell here.
Exactly.
And good for the professor, too, to make it so that the student could still come to class and to be able to accommodate her.
Because that's the most important thing.
So she can learn.
Yeah, because in my class, it's, cheeks in the seat, most important thing. And then to show that compassion, it's outstanding.
Yeah,
kudos to that teacher. Yeah.
Well, you're probably familiar with the zombie show, The Walking Dead, and the franchise spin-offs, the prequel series, Fear the Walking Dead and Talking Dead. Well, how about Drinking Dead? Just in time for the premiere of the show's 10th season, the Walking Dead Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey is set to be released next month. It's called Spirits of the Apocalypse, and you can pre-order it now. The 750 milliliter bottle contains the 94 proof whiskey and has a suggested sale price of $34.99. And it's a limited edition with only 30,000 cases expected to be available. So they're taking pre-orders now, and that's probably something the Walking Dead fans will want. It'll be a collector's item.
Go make some hair grow on your chest. I'm sure if you take a swig of it. I don't know. Would you drink something like that?
I'd try it.
Would you? Yeah. Would you take it straight or over something?
I don't. I'm not a whiskey drinker,
so
maybe just a sip.
It's so funny. Bill Mack had some bourbon balls one time that he brought in here, and so I tried one because I had never tried one before.
Sometimes they're really strong.
They were strong. I was like, oh my gosh, I think the rib is spinning just after eating one little bourbon ball. So I don't know if I could.
Bill Mack was trying to get you, maybe.
Say, Bill William. All right, how about this one? You are hungry when you see this little slogan, you're hungry. The Snickers slogan, it looks like that they're trying to make people even more hungry with their new pecan bar. So hungry, in fact, that all just sold out. Now, Snickers' latest sweet treat made its delicious debut Wednesday, and they were all gone by the end of the day. They weren't even sold in stores. It was all online purchases. Lay the sweet treat conjures up all sorts of chocolate pecan pie vibes. And as the box says, it's fixin' to satisfy. Not fixing with a G,
Fixin'.
but fixin' to satisfy. But if you were looking for your fix, there were a limited number made. The idea came from fans. The company asked customers what nut they wanted to see next. And folks went nuts over pecans, beating out cashews, pistachios, and macadamia nuts. You know what? I like macadamia nuts, though, and cashews.
I like macadamia nuts and cookies. But, you know, isn't it interesting that we keep having these food shortage and, you know, the White Claw shortage and the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Now we have the Snickers candy bar. It's
Talk about White Claw. Can I tell you something, though?
Please tell me.
Okay, so I'm product placing. All right. So I had to go by Walmart yesterday in Hamburg, and I had to go get some water for my family, you know, the Deer Park water. And they have, in the water aisle, they have at the end, they have the beer. They got White Claw there. They had all kinds of versions. So I was like, looking, I was like, oh, isn't that what we were talking about? There's a shortage.
Yes.
So if you need your White Claw,
you should have bought some. You could sell it on the secondary market.
make me a fortune. No, I didn't think about it. So there you go. So if you're looking for White Claw, that's where I saw it.
Dia's tip of the day. There you go. Well, if you're looking for a cool job and you're willing to travel, this may be the answer. The government of New Zealand is looking for a construction partner to work in Antarctica. They want people who can lead the redevelopment of its research headquarters there for a 2-year project. Antarctica is the most remote place on Earth. It's also the coldest, driest, and windiest continent. You can register on the Government Electronic Tenders Service website until October 23rd. Candidates will then be flown to Antarctica in February to experience the continent firsthand.
Sister girl ain't going there.
Yeah, it's just the cold. I couldn't survive.
Cold, windy, remote. No, can't do it. Just can't do it. I mean, I'm ready to already like pull my long johns out because today was cool to me.
I know, but you know the 90s are coming back.
They are. So that's why they stayed in my closet.
Yeah, you don't have to do that just yet.